Oh, hello guys. So, welcome to another stream. And today we're gonna talk about is it okay to be normal? So, I have my notebook here and a pen, and now we're gonna talk about today that is it okay to be normal? Let me first write down the heading in my notebook first, so that it's just easier for me to understand when I'm flipping through the pages later on in the video. And well, no, I don't think so. It's important to write the heading because I'm never gonna flip the pages of this notebook ever again because I know myself. Hashtag self-awareness, guys. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Rhythm. I'm a student. I'm trying to learn English and I'm trying to get better at this language, have a more command over it, and be just more fluent with the language. So I feel like if I stream while learning English, it would be a more entertaining and fun way to do it. And just that perhaps I don't cater to anyone by in this channel, and that's why I don't even expect about for some views or subscribers. And that's an excuse to say that I never get any views or subscribers, but it just lets my heart feel better. It just lets me feel better about myself and not thinking that I'm unsuccessful at YouTube because I really am. But I'm still consistent, most probably consistent. If doing things on alternate days were called consistency, I'm the most consistent person of the entire century. And if you guys are thinking about why is this thing written down here, it's because I observed that I am really anxious on stage while speaking, and that's because while I am staring at the people or the audience, I should rather say, my brain's resources gets exhausted in that, and I forget about what I'm saying. So I'm gonna practice while staring at the camera so that I can practice to manage my resources of my brain better. And yeah, that's just it. I also did a stream where I concluded how can we be better at English and what all steps can I follow to be a great speaker in the other foreign language. It applies to all languages, and I figured out the first step should be getting more fluent. That the words out just spit out of your mouth. You can just spit out words from your mouth and they make sense. You are fluent with the language. That's the first step to being a great speaker, not a great conversationalist, because a great conversationalist is a person that can listen well, because conversation is always about more about listening than speaking. And there's a phrase which I don't agree with, like find it illogical, but the phrase is you have two ears and one mouth, so you should listen twice as you speak. And I don't accept that just for the fact that is illogical. That how can you compare that if you have two ears you should listen more? Like that doesn't make any sense, and I don't even know why I quoted it because. But I am trying to be more fluent with my language, so this just comes by an excuse. This slides by like an excuse that yeah, I can use I can quote any random shit so that it applies, and I'm just speaking more because the main fact of this channel is to speak. And I and if you think so that this is bullshit, let me talk while staring at the wall. And now I'm pretty much fine while speaking and staring at the wall because all my mental resources are just thinking and speaking. And if I just start staring at myself, I just go blank, and I'm just more like thoughtless because I even read a fact that half that 40%, like 50% of your brain's resources are just consumed by your vision. So your eyes consume 50% of your resources, and that's why it's more prescribed or advised to meditate while keeping your eyes closed, because so your resources are saved and you can focus on your breath better. I feel like that's why you pray while your eyes are closed. I feel like that's another reason for why you close your eyes while praying. Though I'm a atheist, but yeah, it's just it. I feel like that's the logic. I can just apply it, rather so say. And let's talk about today's topic, that is it okay to be normal? So, is it okay to be normal? I feel like what do we mean by normal? Is it in a positive way or a negative way? First of all, I think I should think about that first. So, if we think about being normal and we go to its positive side, it means that we are completely normal in terms of health, re- relationships, and we are prone to errors. We're just another human being. We fit in, like the positive sides are we fit in, we are normal in terms of health, and we fit in and we are normal in terms of health. We are equally prone to errors like others. We are equally less intelligent, wealthy, social as others. That means, first of all, we fit in. We are like normally like everybody else, so nobody just gives a damn about us. We just fit in, we just blend in the crowd. Secondly, I feel like we are perfectly normal in terms of health. We are not abnormal. We are not like with a disease or something. We are not suffering with a disease. We are just normal with it. We're just a normal human being trying to be normal, and that's okay if you want a normal life. A normal life for me states like this: you are born, you are educated, you go to college, you time waste your time in college, you get a job, you go to your job, come back and waste your time watching stupid movies, and afterwards you at job you earn for others, because that's what the point of the job is: earning not for yourself but making money for others. Then you talk shit about politics, gossip a lot, and uh, and suffer and uh, go to attend family functions, and you are pray to god. You are a normal human being who's stuck in the traffic, always admires, and you always admire the people at the top of you, but also like but lick them and like decorate them. But I feel like that's just it. You're just a normal human being. If you're okay with the life, well and good. But I feel like I don't want a life like such a normal life. I want rather an extraordinary life where I am really special. Like I have earned specialness for myself. I'm not born special. I am earning to be special. I read that in a book called Thinking the rudest book ever was the book that I read, and I found it in that book that specialness is not what you are born with, it's what you earn. You have to earn specialness by your achievements, so that if someone's just criticize you, just throw back the attendance, like not the attendance, the achievements on the face, and that's just it. So, if we talk about is it okay to be normal, first of all, if we talk about these are the positive, the negative sides are you don't try, you always regret, overthink, and crave. You never get abundance. Nobody cares about you. I feel like if you are just a normal person, you don't try. Like you have just accepted your reality and you have stopped trying. You have stopped trying to be special because specialness is earned by your choices. That's a quote from Elon Musk. That is it. It's ordinary for extraordinary people to choose. It's it's ordinary for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. I feel like that's something I got. Like it's ordinary for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. And the word here is choose. That means you can choose to be extraordinary. Every ordinary person can choose to be extraordinary by the choices because the decisions you take in your life are what like forms your future, of course. So if you talk about guys, I'm pretty much fluent with my language to be honest, but I just get blank when I'm staring at myself. So it's a really bad situation for me personally, and I just feel like that's just a really weird situation to be in. If we talk about other things, it's like you always crave. I mean by this is you always admire people that oh my god, that man's such a rich guy, that man's such a wealthy guy, that you don't improve, you don't try or improve. You always regret that I could have done that, I could have done that. You blame things on luck, and that's why you pray to God. I'm not saying that you shouldn't pray to God, but I think that's just a reason because you want to be lucky or you are scared of things and you find the solutions in God. I'm not saying that that worshipping God is worthless. I'm just saying that that's a reason. And actually Hindu culture is really or like eh, not even Hindu, like Muslim culture and like Bible, like all these are really great books, I feel like. And Bhagavad Gita is said to be the richest, like the best self-help book of all times. So I am not saying at any state of my mind that religion is worthless. Of course, the philosophies of the great Indian scholars is worth a lot, like more than anything else. They are just great at their own place, and even the teachings even apply to now to the present. So we can't say that these are worthless, or maybe these are worthless in the sense they have no worth because you can't. Okay, let's not talk about it. I think I just confused myself. I meant to say by worthless is that you can't put a price tag on them. They are just worthless knowledge. Like it's wisdom. It's wisdom, guys. And if you talk about you, if you are normal, you never get abundance. You never get abundance. You always have to sacrifice one thing for another. You can't ever fulfill all your desires and needs. And if we're not talking about the spiritual way and only the financial aspect of it, you suck. Especially the aspect of the situation. You suck about it because you are not abundant, and happiness always lies in freedom. I feel like I crave freedom. I get out of bed so that I can be free one day. I am free with my finances. I can get free with my time. I can get free with my location. That's my optimum goal of life till now, so that I can search for the meaning of my life later on when I have the time to do it, when I have the resources to do it. I feel like I can follow my passion when I have when I am independent and I have my own resources to do it, and I find that's the best way to do it, and that's the way I can prove myself to myself as well. Like I can stand up in my eyes and just show that yeah, you are worth a lot, brother. You can do a lot. You have done this and you can do another thing. And that's why I just crave to be extraordinary. So that I can just lead extraordinary life. I can find the truths of life. I can be a philosopher. I can be whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I am guided by my own desires or even follow a spiritual path. It's my choice. I am not stuck in the rat race. That's what I want. I just want to be free. I just don't want that I am stuck because I want to find a lot of things. I'm a really curious person. I love to create things and I just want that whatever I have accepted a fact that I will change. Change is a concept of time and of life. You will always change, and that's a fact. You will always change, and that's a fact. So, the thing is, if you are constantly changing, there would be some things that are constant. Of course, change is constant, but there would be many things that you will always need, irrespective of whatever the change occurs in you. Even if you let go a lot of things, there would be some things you are gonna take hold of. I mean by that statement is that, let me give an example about it. Whatever you want or whatever your decisions or desires are, a few things will all you will always need, and they are money. You will always need money to survive, of course. You will need connections to fulfill any desire you want, and you will need money and connection. I feel like that's are the only two things, right? You only need money and connections to do anything you want. You need money and connections, and that's a fact. That's a fact. You need money and connections, so why not earn money if you don't know what you want to do? Because I don't know what I want. I will never know what I want. It's gonna keep changing. And to fulfill my desires after on in life, even if I change, one thing that will always stay constant is money. I will always need money, so why not earn money? And there is a quote I read: when you have nothing to build, build yourself. I don't know whose quote is it, let me just search it. But the thing is, it's a deep fact. If you have nothing to build, just build yourself, just improve yourself, just be the best version of yourself, so that you never regret that I could have done that, I could have done that. If you are okay with, if you have accepted your life situation, if you are happy with your life situation, if you are enjoying your life and you can proceed to enjoy your life in the future, there is nothing problem with it. The problem with enjoyment is, if you can't enjoy the whole life, your whole life, that's a waste. I mean by that statement is, for example, I'm a student. If I just start enjoying now and just start watching movies and don't hustle or do anything or any kind of work, I can't continue this enjoyment for whole of for my whole life, because I have to do work sometime else. And the time that will forcefully make me work isn't gonna be as rewarding as I am working on my own. And that's a thing I feel like is true. Because if I'm working now at my own, I am working on my own terms, and I can decide and I have the freedom to choose whatever I have to work on. But if I'm forcefully made to work to survive, I can't be more creative with it. I can't take much risk as I can now. I don't have the time at that time to learn more things that I can right now. So working is again a constant. So the two constants of life are change and work. You always have to work and you always have to change. These are the two constants of life that you have to accept as truth. Um, I am really like that. I mean, I feel like if you don't even like I was talking about, that money and connections are the two things you will always need in your life. So why not earn that? And if you have to earn that, you have to be extraordinary to do that, because the it's always about the value creation. So so that you can never regret. You will regret when you don't have something, right? You will regret when you have changed, because like regret is always a part of change. You will always regret if the things have changed. You will never regret if things aren't changed. So to overcome the change, you should always need a backup plan, and that backup plan is earning money and connections, because you will always need them. So I feel like it's not okay to be normal, it's okay to be extraordinary. because like no, I think that's a contextual thing rather than a logical like it's a subjective thing, like more than an objective thing. I feel like if you continue, if you can continue the life you are already living and you are happy with your life, let's shuffle that. If you are happy with your life and and you can continue this lifestyle forever, it's okay to be normal. But if you are happy with your life and you can't continue this happiness forever, sorry, you have to be extraordinary to survive. That's it, I guess. See you